Welcome back to Fantasy Now Plus, your home for all fantasy sports related things. Today we are talking about priority waivers as we get ready for week 13. We're just a couple of weeks from the fantasy playoffs, and this is the most crucial time of the year to really get things going. Let's go ahead and get right into the show.
You're watching Priority Waivers only on Fantasy Now Plus.
We are back for week 13. Charlene, how are you doing?
Oh, it's been a roller coaster of a week for my fantasy teams. Yeah, I'm still in that playoff hunt in a lot of places, but I'm on the struggle bus.
Yeah, I feel that. There were a couple of teams where I was, needed some wins, and some players just didn't win. Did not win. Made a huge trade for Jonathan Taylor last week. I was like, oh my God, here we go. I'm coming back. I'm gonna get in these playoffs, make a run for my championship again. 8.6.
Well,
Okay.
at least that's not the norm, and I wouldn't worry.
I have guys. Okay, so this is my problem is that 8.6. Lamar got me 7. Odunze 8. Tucker 6. Kyle Pitts 5. On my bench, I have Stafford who had 23. Samson had 16. Gainwell 18. Bam Knight 13. So it's like if I would have just made the right decisions.
Yeah,
I
did that this week too.
Jackson? Like who started Gainwell over Jonathan Taylor? Nobody. You know who my highest scoring player of the week was? Emmanuel Wilson.
Oh, well, I mean,
a week 12 waiver wire pickup, guys. You have to get, we said go get him. I got him and I won. Or I didn't win. He got a lot of points. I still lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some of those too. Not great. I did have Gibbs in a couple leagues. Wish I had him in a lot more spots. I also went up against Gibbs in a couple leagues.
I
had JSN and I still lost because I went up against somebody that had Gibbs and I
had a my home league. I was playing against the last place team. I was like, I'm so gonna win this. I'm gonna win 2 of my final 3 to make the playoffs. And then the other guy had Gibbs and scored 60 points. And I'm like, okay. Cool. So okay. Looks like T Higgins is out. He's got a concussion. Will Drake London back good? Diggs will still start. And if I need on waivers, what should I do for wide receiver? Jeff Allen gave me. I'm really confused at what was just said. Okay, Drake London. I'm gonna look up Drake London. Drake London. Let's see.
I don't think London's coming back this week.
He is active. No data yet, obviously, but he's shown as active. Fantasy Pros doesn't say anything. No, nothing really says anything. Practice reports haven't even started this week yet, so just keep checking back in, Craig. But yeah, hopefully Drake London is back for you this week. So let's go ahead and get right into the show. The nuts and bolts of the show. I mean, this is the priority waiver show. This is the show that's going to help you get back into your weeks and pick up guys like Emmanuel Wilson, who's going to maybe do a lot. So what other players this week do we have? First up, we have Jacoby Brissett. I believe Jacoby was on our list last week as well. He's still only rostered in 36.3% of the leagues. He scored another 18.7 last week. QB 8 last week, 3 over the last 3 weeks. Jacoby's been having a very, very productive couple of games. He has been killing it. And honestly, does Arizona go back to Kyler when he's healthy?
I don't think so.
I don't think they shouldn't. They shouldn't go back to Kyler because Jacoby's actually doing something. What are where are they ranked right now? That's let's see, division playoff. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, they're 3-8, so it's not like they're gonna go anywhere. Honestly, just sit Kyler. I mean, yeah, Jacoby's lost 3 games against Seattle, San Francisco, and Jacksonville, but he's been balling. He's got Tampa, Rams.
Yeah, that
Texans.
Jacksonville game was rough. But I mean, they didn't lose because of the offense. Again. I mean, and that's the thing, is all the losses that he's had, those games were not lost because of the offense. He's doing his job. The wide receivers they're getting balls, they're making plays. So it's rough. It's rough for the Cardinals, but that's not on their offense. So I would be comfortable starting all those Arizona wide receivers. Obviously, Trey McBride, Jacoby Brissett. So things in mind.
Yeah, it's 2025 and we're still talking about Jacoby Brissett. That's the real story here.
2025 is the year of resurgence. We've got Joe Flacco and freaking Aaron Rodgers.
Well, actually, hold on. We didn't even get to the injuries. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go back a quick second. Injuries this week. JJ McCarthy, concussion. Probably not going to play this week. Are we surprised by this? Like, McCarthy's a bust at this point, right?
Does he actually have a concussion, or was that? Oh, no, he's hurt now.
How many suitcases had to fall on his head before they could get him a concussion is the real question.
I think he might need to find himself a new alter ego, because 9 not working for him.
I think it was, I saw a QB efficiency since 2000. He is ranked second to last, only in front of Jamarcus Russell.
Speaking of which, you want a really fun stat? So his QB rating was 34.2 this week. If a quarterback were to just kneel down on every play of the game, he'd still have a quarterback ranking of 38 or 39. I forget what the exact stat was. And JJ McCarthy had a 34.2. So, I mean,
big yikes. Other people with concussions, T. Higgins has a concussion, likely going to be out this week. And that's kind of big news there, but they will have Jamar Chase back. So CJ Stroud has a concussion. He could be back this week. Could be, might be. We don't know. Marvin Harrison Jr. still dealing with the appendectomy that he had a couple weeks ago. No status report up on him yet. There's no updates, but he's been out for 2 weeks. He should be fine. He should be cleared by the doctors by now. Joe Burrow's back. Going to be playing Thursday night on Thanksgiving. I don't know why. There's no point for him playing against the Ravens. There's no point of him playing at all this season, but here we are. Joe Burrow's back. For everybody that kept Burrow.
We'll see what happens.
Bucky Irving will practice all week, is what the Buccaneers will tell you. We'll see.
Again,
Alvin Kamara is dealing with a PCL sprain and currently no timetable to return. That is brutal. Baker Mayfield has an AC joint sprain on his non-throwing shoulder.
So could have been worse, but
so could have been worse. Yeah, you are right. And Darren Waller, his timetable is opening up to return from IR. He could be back for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So those are the injuries. Back to Jacoby. He's probably he's definitely you should be picking him up if you're struggling. If you have for some reason JJ McCarthy, you're still worried about you have Baker Mayfield. This is somebody that I think you should definitely pick up.
Or I mean, even I hate to say this, but I mean I trust him over guys like Trevor Lawrence. Maybe over Bryce Young. I mean, it was the Niners they played last night, but I think between him and Brock Purdy, they threw more interceptions than touchdowns. So by a lot. It was not close.
Yeah. Next up, Parker Washington 18.1 points last week. He's still only rostered in 20.5 personal leagues. Finished as tight end, wide receiver 12 last week, 15 over the last 3 weeks. Parker has been doing pretty well. Why? I mean, he had 4 points against the Chargers. Is that why we don't roster Parker Washington? Because 10.2, a bye week, 17, 17.9, 4, and 20.1 is a rosterable player. Absolutely a rosterable player. And in fact, Xavier Worthy is rostered over him by 65%. Xavier Worthy doesn't even get you 10 points a game. So,
yeah, that's a whole other.
Parker Washington should be rostered. That offense seems to be moving a lot better without Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. Who would have thought?
Stranger things have happened. I don't.
Yeah, JRS. Myers trade did scare off the waivers on Washington breakout week, but Parker Washington and Jacoby Myers is turning out to be what we all thought Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter was going to be, and ended up not being. So
yeah,
here
we are. Welcome to week 13.
Yeah, I don't know. Next up on the list, we have Colby Parkinson, tight end for the Los Angeles Rams. He is rostered in less than 1% of leagues. Finished as tight end 5 last week, tight end 3 over the last 3 weeks. Colby Parkinson's got a touchdown in each of the last 3 weeks. 3 touchdowns in 3 weeks is pretty good. That's really good, just stat wise. As you see him increase his volume. He's getting more involved in the offense since their bye week in week 8. He has been getting more than 55% of the snap shares in Los Angeles. I know Tyler Higbee is still there, but he's on IR, so that does suck. Terrence Ferguson is a rookie, but Colby Parkinson has been doing the job. That's the thing. And if you're looking at, I don't have Colby Parkinson because Tyler Higbee's is their tight end. Parkinson's done better this season than Higbee has, and Higbee's had all but 1 game this season.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, with those TDs, you can't ignore the fact that he's getting those end zone targets. So,
if you're streaming a tight end position, or you are struggling for the tight end and you need somebody, Colby Parkinson's there. Go get. I mean, literally there. 1% of less 0.6% of leagues roster him. Definitely should go reach out and get him. Next up on the list, because of Alvin Kamara, we have Devin Neal.
Yeah,
the most week 13 waiver wire pickup I could maybe imagine. Devin Neal, the rookie, has played in the last 5 games. Not much, but he did get 74% of the snap percentage last week, only on 7 rush attempts, but he got 7 targets.
Yeah,
he's getting Alvin Kamara number, guys. Like
he's a 3 down, do it all back. So this is his chance to show what he can do and prove that he can be that guy. I think he can be, but this is it, right? This is his chance to show it.
Literally has to be, right? I'm trying to look at
listen. I like it.
Taysom Hill going to be RB1. I don't think it's going to be a thing.
Listen, if Devin Neal does not come through, then yes, we can talk about Taysom Hill RB1. But as long as Devin Neal's there, I think Taysom Hill just keeps playing the same role he's playing. They'll bring him in for gadget plays.
32 carries on the season. For this season.
Yeah, I think they're gonna give Devin Neal the chance here to be the RB1, and I like his shots at being the RB1 while Kamara's out. But yeah, if he doesn't pan out, I could totally see it. That's I think that's when
I think Devin Neal is the guy. Taysom
Yeah.
Hill, 32 carries, 69 yards in the entire season. He had one big play, and that was a touchdown.
Yeah, but who's
I would
who's
not.
the backup to Devin Neal though?
Let's see. Kendra Miller is on IR.
Yeah.
Audric Estime is
Audric
injured.
Estime.
Oh
No,
god.
it's Audric Estime, right? Oh, is he
Yeah,
injured?
but he was a healthy scratch in week 12.
Oh, healthy scratch. No, so then that's his backup.
Yeah, so it'll be Estime.
Okay, so no, so if Devin Neal doesn't pan out, it'll be Taysom Hill.
Hey, Broncos fan, how do you feel about Audric Estime? Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
Devin
like
Neal
I
is
said, it'll
definitely
be
the guy.
Taysom Hill.
He's gonna be the running back is so long as he stays healthy and he's gonna get the workload. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Devin Neal.
Yeah.
I would not trust going into
I
the
feel
week.
good about it. He's definitely if you need a running back, he's my pickup this week. He's at the
Yeah.
top of my list.
Agreed.
I mean, we're in week 13 and you have a chance to go get an RB1 on a team. Go get the RB1 on the team.
Yeah. Thoughts on Sutton? Love the matchup, but I feel like I can't bench Wandale after last week.
No, I would play Wandale.
Problem with Wandale is that Jameis might not play this week because Jackson Dart might be back this week.
I think Jameis might still be there for one more week, but even if he's not, I still and it pains me to say this, but I think that I actually trust Wandale more than I trust Cortland Sutton. I don't think that Sutton's not the wide receiver one there anymore. It's Troy
Correct.
Franklin.
And Wandale currently is the wide receiver one for
Right.
the Giants. So yeah, I think I would trust him regardless whether it's Jackson Dart or Jameis Winston. Let's see, Jackson Dart.
I think it's going to be Jameis this week. I think Winston's got. I think he's got one more week. But
Wandale still gets the targets regardless. He gets double digit targets even with Dart in there. So yeah,
I don't think it matters. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy seeing Kittle and Purdy back. So am I. A lot of teams needed that.
Although I could have done without the 3 interceptions, but we don't need to talk about that.
Craig, don't do that. And no, Taysom did not outtouch him. Technically, Taysom Hill had nothing. Did he have anything? Well, it doesn't show rushing yards on Sleeper because Sleeper's stupid.
Let me see.
What was his actual stats last week?
Let's see. New Orleans. Let's see.
We are looking up stats. Taysom Hill stats. See who gets there fastest. Taysom Hill had he had 10 rush attempts for 17 whole yards and he fumbled it.
Yeah, and I don't think.
But that was it. He didn't get any targets. And that
that's what I was gonna say. I don't think he got any targets.
Biggest thing in my opinion is that he got 0 targets. Devin Neal got 7 targets. He only had 3 more rush attempts than Devin Neal did. I don't think Taysom Hill is the starting running back.
No.
So, all right. Moving on to the next person. We got Jaden Higgins. This is Charlene's favorite player of the year, I think. Jaden Higgins.
I don't know about of the year, but yeah, I am loving what Jaden Higgins is doing. He had 7 plus targets in 5 of his last 6 games. And the one game that he didn't get 7 targets, really he only got 1, but that was against Denver. So, I mean, I just ignore that game. He got 4 receptions on 9 targets for 38 yards and a touchdown this week. And he's had 3 touchdowns in his last 5 games and a team high of 6 end zone targets. So these are all really great things to see. I mean, this is what you want to see out of your wide receiver. He's definitely locked up that wide receiver 2 spot on the team. I think Higgins might be my top wide receiver ad for this week. It's for me, it's close. It's kind of between him and DK, but think I'm leaning Higgins
I think
as my top
between
ad.
DK and we're not saying DK Metcalf, we're saying DK.
Shimray DK.
Yeah, and Jaden Higgins. I would definitely go with Jaden Higgins. It might be tough this week. I'm not gonna lie, it might be tough this week. They do have a tough secondary to go up against this week, but they're not unstoppable. That's the thing. If you can get them over the top, then they might be fine. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll also be interesting to see with their quarterback back this week, CJ Stroud. He has the potential of being back. Last 3 weeks, QB 63 because he's been out for that long. So it's not.
I mean, he was QB 9 in fantasy points per game from weeks 5 to 8.
Yeah. And he should be fine. I mean, hopefully he's back and he gets rolling again. I mean, he should be good. Fantasy pros will say 53% of roster share. We don't know where that math is coming from because when we looked at like Yahoo and ESPN, which is where they pull it from, it's like 33 and 34%. So
yeah, it was like 36, 41.
Out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's out there in a decent amount of leagues. So
could be there. And if he's there, I think you do add him. If you can get him and Jaden Higgins, even better, because then you can stack them. So next one on the list, we have Trevor Lawrence staying in the AFC South. Lawrence, can't believe we're here, but we're here. QB 10 over the last 3 weeks, QB 7 last week, 20.1 points last week against whoever they played. Rostered in 40% of the leagues. You would think I would look these things up, guys, but they played Arizona. That's right. I told Charlene before the show, I watched one game this week, and then once that game ended in the 1 o'clock spot, I was like, I'm done. I cannot take the NFL or fantasy anymore, and it showed. So don't be like me. Go win your leagues. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence has been doing very good for some reason. Without, like I said, without Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter, he's been better.
Yeah, you know what's really funny about that though is every time I watch him, I'm just like, God, this is just so bad. Yeah. And then you look at his stats and you're like, all right, well,
20 points with 3 interceptions in the game, even. Like that's imagine what he would have without the 3 interceptions. I mean, the thing about Trevor Lawrence is he is throwing a pick every game since his bye week. Back in week 8. So that part is a tough pill to swallow. It's not somebody that I'm going to go way out there and go get him. It might be something like, I need a quarterback this week. There are no bye weeks. So that's
looking at but if you're looking ahead to week 14, you've got, let's see, the Panthers are on a bye. The Niners are on a bye.
Oh yeah.
It's a big, I forget who, it's a big bye week though, right? There's quite a few teams.
It's the last bye week of the year. So let me just week 30 this week there are no bye weeks, but week 14 we've got Drake May, Jackson Dart / Jameis Winston, Brock Purdy / Mac Jones, and Bryce Young are all on bye that week.
So if you want to look ahead and get the jump on that, especially while guys like CJ Stroud are on the waiver wire, I think that'd be a smart move to get ahead of that bye week and get him this week. Yeah. But yeah, you could, as ugly as it is to watch Trevor Lawrence play, you could do a lot worse than Trevor Lawrence. So
Brian's right here. Don't watch the Jags play football, just accept the points.
Right, exactly. See?
And Davis Mills was clearly the needed piece to unlock Jaden Higgins, and I would agree with both of those statements. All right, next up on our list, we got he's worth a look. Jameis Winston. Again, what was last week? What was that touchdown? Because that might have been one of the
that was wide receiver Jameis Winston.
Yeah. 33.24 points last week, guys. He finished as QB1. QB1.
Jameis doing Jameis things.
In 2025 was QB1 and only threw 1 interception. Jameis was doing Jameis things this week. 36 targets, not even a lot. He had only 18 receptions. 2 touchdowns, but he had the receiving touchdown, which did propel him up to from 27 to 26 points to 33 points.
He's still fun to watch.
So fun to watch, guys. I'm a Florida State fan, so like Jameis Winston has always been that guy for me where I'm just like, let's go. I'm trying to look. Where would he have been had he not gotten that passing touchdown? He would have QB3. Still not bad,
Right.
even without the reception touchdown. So he's definitely somebody. Watch the injury reports this week. If you have Jackson Dart and for some reason you don't have Jameis Winston, go get Jameis Winston just in case if you can afford it. But it's definitely something that I would be watching this week specifically.
For sure.
Any more on Jameis Winston? I forgot to look at the
No,
check marks, and you have it check marked for you.
You know what? I don't think we need to say anything else about
Okay,
Jameis Winston because
I will let you talk about the next one though.
Chimere DK. And yes, that is how you say his name, apparently.
When he got drafted, I was like, that's an unfortunate name, but I'm glad it was DK.
Yeah. In my girls' league, there were a couple girls that were like, wait, who now? Who's that now?
Sorry. What? Say what?
Yeah. But here he is. He has arrived with no Calvin Ridley, no Io Manor. DK is definitely primed for a big role. Over the last 5 games, he's been a top wide receiver 3 times, and we're not going to count last week against the Texans because nobody had a good game against the Texans. I feel really good about where DK is on this team. I did say that he's up there as one of my top ads for the week. The only thing that for me that pushes Jaden Higgins above Chimere DK is the quarterback situation. I cannot trust Cam Ward to put forward a good enough game every week to sustain numbers for DK, for I guess Gunnar Helm or Chigakonkwo, whichever. But I think if you do have faith in Cam Ward, if you are on the Cam Ward bandwagon, then by all means go and pick up DK and this will be your guy. If you trust Ward, you're gonna trust DK.
Yeah. DK is the new hot commodity in Tennessee, I believe. With Alec Hurt, Van Jefferson is really the only other option. So,
right.
Yeah,
which is not. Yeah.
Like you mentioned, over the last 5 weeks, he's had 3 very good weeks: 16.9, 16.4, 7.5, 3.4, and then 21.4. He's been pretty good. Finished as wide receiver 10 last week. So those numbers are just going up for him. That wide receiver 43 number in the last 3 weeks includes a bye week for the points per game. So that does hurt his average. I think that average shoots up. He's going to be heavily targeted in your waivers this week because of his opportunities. So I think he's definitely worth a look at going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And like, I mean, you've seen flashes of who Cam Ward can be. We saw it in the last game. And that's the issue is can we rely on him to do that every game? And right now, I don't feel like we can. But if you're high on Ward, then you should also be high on DK.
Yeah. Next up, Britton Strange. I feel like this is just an AFC South show today. We had Parker Washington, Jaden Higgins, CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Chimere DK, Britton Strange, like literally just an a Jacksonville Houston show today. Well, everybody but the Colts, because the Colts are all rostered because, well, should be.
Right.
Like, no Alec Pierce on the list today. Did you notice that?
I did note it.
He's rostered in
That's not-
44.7% of the leagues. He only scored 3.6 last week. So
Yeah, that one kind of hurt.
it did hurt. Oh, well, I mean, against the Chiefs, kind of expected it, but it's fine. Britton Strange, 18.7% of leagues roster him, 14.3 points last week. He finished as tight end 4. You might go, what? Britton Strange, he's tight end 33 on the season. Mind you, he did miss weeks 6 through 11 and got hurt in week 5. So he really hasn't played since week 4, where he had 9.9, 4.7, 12.1, 10.5, and now 14.3. He's picking right back up where he was left off.
And the offense is definitely less muddled now.
Yeah, no, the offense looks better. So like he's coming in at the right exact time that he needs to. 5 for 5, 93 yards last week. Strange is the tight end that we imagined him to be this year. So
yeah, and that's with only 65.7% of routes run, because it was his first game back. So I'm sure they were taking it easy on him. And 30% of those routes were from the slot. So if this is your slot guy, then I think this is golden here.
Yeah, agreed. I'm going to answer this question here because it relates. Who's going to ask, or they were going to ask, Strange or Hunter Henry PPR? Henry by week 14, and I can roster both for the playoffs. Hunter Henry is an infuriating player. And if Brian is still in the chat, I'm sure he would agree with you. He started off pretty good, and then week 5 hit. And then he got single-digit points for the rest of the season until last week, where he got 24.5. He played the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's not pretend 24.5 points is what he's going to do all season for the rest of the season. New York Giants, okay, I'll give you that one. But then let's look at the playoffs. Buffalo, Baltimore, and then the Jets. If you're relying on Hunter Henry to be the quarterback or the tight end for your roster through Buffalo and Baltimore.
What is Jacksonville's schedule?
Jacksonville's got the playoffs here. The Jets, the Broncos, and the Colts. And they have currently the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts coming up. 2 teams that let a lot of points go to the tight end position.
Yeah.
So Henry is frustrating once you realize he's just a matchup dependent tight end. The Patriots are just an offense you can't trust for fantasy. That is true.
Yeah.
And Brian, that's why I hate the Patriots even more.
Yep.
He's always used, just not in the way we want for fantasy. He really is.
Yeah.
I feel like has been around for literally ever as well.
But no, I think that's like the most accurate take is he's a great real life player and just terrible for fantasy.
Yeah. He gets those wins. All right, we got to start flying. We're like only halfway through our list here. Next up, we got Luther Burden III. Tell me why Luther Burden III is on this list. I put him on this list.
Because I think he's... What's that?
I was like, did I put him on this list? I don't think I did.
Put him on the list, or did I put him on the list? Either way, he should be on the list.
He's worth a look. Because DJ Moore's not getting anything these days. I mean, just kidding. DJ Moore got 23.5. I really didn't watch fantasy this week.
So listen. So okay, Luther Burden has officially surpassed Olamide Zaccheaus. He's locked in the wide receiver 3 role for the Bears, and that is why he's on this list.
Finally,
exactly.
Should have had that locked in week 1, but no.
Well, I mean, we could say the same thing about Jaden Higgins on the Texans. Like, why did they wait so long? So, yes. But we're here now. That is why he's on the list. And he is he should be available in most of your leagues. So
87% of leagues should be available.
Yeah.
I'm only a little concerned because like why would I roster Luther Burden but not Xavier Worthy? Like they're almost the same player now. like truthfully, they're like identical in when it comes to points. Xavier Worthy's, topping out at 10 points where Luther
Yeah.
Burden is topping out at like 9.1. So it's
Yeah, I think if you have I mean if you have Xavier Worthy, I'm not necessarily dropping him for Luther Burden. I would almost say it's a lateral move, except when you look at who the quarterbacks are, that gives the bump to Worthy, I feel like. So
if they use him though, that's the problem here
well,
is that they're just not
right.
using him. And it's not even like, okay, he's not getting the targets because he
Well,
is. And we'll get to Worthy here in a minute, actually. So, but yeah, I think Burden, I mean, the trajectory is coming up for him. And that's why he's on the list. Is that he should be getting more and more
He's in a
utilized.
good spot. He is getting more work. He is officially passed up Olamide Zacchaeus.
Yeah. Thank
So
God.
yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely consider rostering him if he's out there. He's definitely worth putting on your roster for when he does start actually really breaking out. Next up, I have Greg Dortch on here. Worth a stash, 16.8 last week. And you would see 16.8, 20.6 the 2 weeks before and say, why isn't he just, on the list? Period. 5.5% of leagues roster him. And I think that's because everybody is terrified what's going to happen to him when Marvin Harrison comes back. Because if I had the option to throw to Marvin Harrison over Greg Dortch, I'm throwing to Marvin Harrison all day.
Right.
And Jacoby can see over the line. So he can see Marvin Harrison. So as long as Jacoby's in there, I think Marvin Harrison is the target. I am concerned what his target share does look like when Harrison's back. I think he only gets back. He's back down to 2 or 3 targets a game. And that to me is worrisome.
Yeah. But I mean, if you just need a fill-in.
Yeah, I mean, watch the injury report, see if Marvin Harrison's
Yeah.
going to play. Because if he's not, then Dortch is definitely somebody. So worth a stash if you can afford it. So next up on the list, Chris Rodriguez. He did not score points last week. 18.1. He was on bye week that last week. That's why. I was like, why didn't he score? And why is he on my list? Bye week last week, but he is effectively running back for the Washington Commanders because Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt has not had more than 50% of the snaps since week 8. To be fair, Chris Rodriguez also has not, but his utilization's been going up. 15 attempts in week 11 against Miami for 79 yards. He's had 3 touchdowns over the last 5 weeks. Could be good.
But the backfield has finally, the fog has lifted. It is clear this is now the RB1.
Yes.
So that is why he is on this list. Because I said it before with Devin Neal, and I would absolutely put Devin Neal ahead of him. But if you can have an opportunity to go out and get an RB1 in week 13, go and get an RB1.
Yeah. Agree. I mean, yeah. You roster the best, the top player on the depth chart for the teams because that's the guy that's going to get the workload.
Yeah.
Next up, John Mechie, last one on the worth a stash list.
Yeah, I like what Mechie's been doing at least the last couple weeks, and that's with 2 different quarterbacks. So he seems to have a better rapport with Tyrod, but I mean he's put up decent numbers 2 weeks in a row with 2 different quarterbacks. So
Mechie has 15 targets on the season, 14 receptions. Yeah. 10 targets came over the last 2 weeks. So, I mean, he's getting a lot more utilized.
Well, yeah, I mean, with Garrett Wilson injured and probably not in any hurry to come back, if we're being honest. He finished as wide receiver 1 on the team 2 weeks in a row now, again, with 2 different quarterbacks.
Oh, have you looked at what Sleeper says is their depth chart for the Jets?
No.
Wide receiver 1 is Arian Smith, a rookie.
Oh, I did.
Who has 10 total targets on the season. Wide receiver 2 is Alan Lazard.
I think they haven't updated this in a while. I did see that this morning, and I just ignored it and put it out of my memory.
Tyler Johnson is wide receiver 3. Then we got John Mechie, Josh Reynolds, then Garrett Wilson because he's hurt. Adonai Mitchell, wide receiver 9 for the Jets.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Adonai Mitchell has had more targets than Mechie, but once again, dude can't catch a ball. So he becomes irrelevant at that point.
To be fair, he can catch really good balls, like crazy athletic catches.
With nobody on him.
He's had 13 targets in New York the last 2 weeks. And he has 3 whole receptions.
Yeah, he's still got butterfingers. Like, that's what I'm saying. So Terod's got to throw the ball to somebody. So he's got Mechie and he's got Mason Taylor.
Yeah. I promised we'd come back to this player. Next up on our list is Xavier Worthy for not the good reasons. Last week he was on my one more chance. This week he's on my keep stashing list. I guess he can keep stashing Worthy for now. He did just enough to keep him on my list or on my rosters. 9.9 points last week, 4 receptions, 8 out of 8 targets against the Indianapolis Colts. It looks like they might start using him. And if, the NFL decides that they want to get the Chiefs back into the playoffs, they're going to have to start using Xavier Worthy more. Rashee Rice definitely was the heavy target there. Travis Kelce even got involved. Noah Gray got involved a little bit, but Xavier Worthy got the most targets he's had since week 5 when he was actually productive. So I'm keeping him on the list for now.
Yeah.
I'll keep him there for now. But if he continues to get single digits, he's not going to be on the roster for much longer. Down the line, I mean, he's got Dallas this week. It should be hopefully, a good week for him, especially Thanksgiving Day game. Houston in week 14 is going to be tough for you to get in the playoffs. You're going to need him to score big, and Houston's been very tough this year on defense. And the Chargers, it's a beatable game. Tennessee in the playoffs, Denver in the championship. Could be a tough sled for him. That's the only thing. So I said last week, if he makes an okay attempt at Indy, he has to perform well against Dallas. If he doesn't perform well against Dallas, then so maybe he's still on my one more chance list actually, because if he doesn't do anything against Dallas, then we're done. So I'm moving him back down to one more chance.
All right.
Okay.
That's fair enough.
Next one. I don't know if you agree with any of these on this list. I gave you a homework assignment on just one of them because you brought it up. But next one on the list, Jordan Addison is on my one more chance list because nobody on that, no quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings can actually get him involved correctly. His most points in a game came back in week 7 when he had 12 targets, 9 receptions, and 128 yards. One of which was like 80 yards, but so it's been a while. JJ McCarthy doesn't know how to play football. We got Max Brosmer.
Yeah. I mean, unless your name is Aaron Jones, I don't trust anybody on this offense.
Well, it's funny that you say that because tomorrow's Start Sit show, Josh and I are going to be talking about Justin Jefferson. So
God,
we're in 2025 in week 13, and we're talking about whether or not we should be starting Justin Jefferson or not. So,
yep.
Yeah. we are there, guys. The Vikings offense is not what they were last year. This is very bad. If Addison can't figure it out next week, or this week, I should say, I don't know what to say about him anymore.
Here's hoping that Brosmer looks better than McCarthy. Could it be worse? I don't feel like it could be worse.
Yeah, for real. So Prosper's good. But yeah, it is wild that these are the things that we were talking about in week 13. Next on my list, DeAndre Swift. He is rostered in 94.3% of leagues. He's had a bye week a long time ago. Last week, he finished with 1.9 points and finishes RB 32. The fact that you can have 1.9 points and still finishes RB 32, good Lord,
Yikes.
that's RB 3 on your team. I put him here because, yes, he has been having pretty good games. He's had double-digit games all the way up until last week against Minnesota. He's got Philly this week, Green Bay then, Cleveland, Green Bay, San Francisco. He's got some very tough defenses coming up who don't allow a lot of fantasy points to them. Add that to Kyle Monangai now getting 54% of the snap shares compared to DeAndre Swift's 45. Not looking good. He got out-snapped, out-carried, everything from Monangai. Monangai has been the guy since DeAndre Swift was hurt back in week 9. And the Bears just haven't looked the other way. They've just been giving it to Monangai. Swift is getting less and less involved in the offense. I'm a little concerned. About him. And I roster him a lot.
Yeah, I have him in a few places too. I think I don't see Monangai taking over completely. I don't, at least not this season. I don't see that happening. However, he has taken over all the goal line work. So if they're within 5 yards,
and those are that's the work I want from a running back. That's
right.
And
that's always been a frustration with a lot of these running backs is when they get all the way down the field and then somebody else runs it in for a touchdown. So
right. So I'm looking at red zone PPR inside the 20. Let's go since when did he start Monangai actually start playing? Week 9 was his big breakout. Week 7 actually. So let's go back from week 7 to now. 12. We are looking at here. Okay, so I've got from week 7 to 12, Monangai has 20. Oh no. Compared to DeAndre Swift's 18. Monangai has more yards per attempt. He has 4 touchdowns to Swift's 2. That is inside the 20. Now let's go inside the 5, where Monangai has 6 attempts to DeAndre Swift's 7, but Monangai has 3 touchdowns inside the 5-yard line. That's important, in my opinion.
Infuriating.
Oh no. Did I lose Charlene? Am I frozen? Okay. Who's frozen here?
Nobody's frozen.
Oh no. Chat, tell us who's frozen right now.
Maybe you're frozen.
Oh god. Nope. Oh no, this is not good.
Who's happened?
Frozen? Are you frozen or am I frozen?
I'm not frozen. You're still moving.
Okay.
Justin is, I guess. All right.
Okay. What was the last thing I said?
Swift, Monangai. Oh, 5 touchdowns.
Okay, so inside Brian, you shut up. So inside the 5-yard line, Monangai has 3 touchdowns to DeAndre Swift's 1 since week 7. So I'm a little concerned that Swift just isn't going to be involved. This is, to me, that Monangai and Swift are now the new Kenneth Walker and
yeah, it's not ideal.
Charlene, are you there?
Yes. I'm here.
Okay. I'm pulling up YouTube just to see now who's the problem, so I can actually look at who the problem is. But it looks like we're both here. I just can hardly hear you. So okay, next up on the list, the last one on the list is Dallas Goedert. Yep, we're talking about Dallas Goedert. 91.1% of leagues he's rostered in. The last 3 weeks he's finished as tight end 21, tight end 34 over last week, which is not good.
No, I don't like him at all. Also, I couldn't find the thing that I was talking about before, so.
What?
Huh?
This is so distracting. It's like breaking up. I don't know. It's probably my internet. We'll see.
I don't know. Mine looks okay, but who knows?
I see us both in YouTube moving around, so this is interesting. I don't know, chat, you tell us. So in our stream, you look frozen to me, but on YouTube you seem to be fine.
Yeah, you're moving, talking fine in StreamYard, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so you're both coming through fine. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I can't hear Charlene. I don't know if Charlene can actually hear me. So what I'm gonna do here. Okay, she can hear me. I just can't hear her for whatever reason. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say all my piece about Dallas Goedert, and then you can talk about Dallas Goedert, and then I will look for a pause, and then we'll just end the show. Because this is truly the last guy that we have. Because this is, oh my God, a mess. So Dallas Goedert, 2 receptions over the last week. He's 2 receptions the last 2 weeks. And he's at 8 total since the bye week in week 9. He has been falling off. He's just not getting used anymore. I was telling Charlene, I think yesterday, that I went back and looked. I was looking at red zone stats, and Dallas Goedert in the red zone was, what was that, tight end 2 since before the bye week. So weeks 1 through 8, Dallas Goedert was tight end 2 in the red zone. He now is not even listed. He has no stats in the red zone since week 9. 3 games, no red zone targets, no red zone anything. He is just not getting used in that offense anymore, and that's terrifying. I don't want that in a tight end position. So,
yeah.
Charlene, you got anything else there?
I don't. I am not comfortable starting Goddard at all. We've talked about at least 2 other tight ends today that I would much rather have over Dallas Goedert. He is definitely droppable in my book. And yep. I don't know if you can hear me or not, so.
Okay. I heard you don't have much. I see you not talking anymore. So I want to address this one comment. Do you guys take questions? Titan style? Yes. Normally we do take questions. I can't hear Charlene. Charlene can hear me though. But we're also wrapping up the show. We're there at the end of the show now. We will be back tomorrow at noon Eastern for our start sit show. Then tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will have our weekly ranking show. So definitely join for that. No DFS show this week because apparently Brian wants to, have Thanksgiving or something like that. And we will be back on Saturday for our Dynasty in 30 show. So stick around. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications. You get all of our stuff. Remind yourself, go to our upcoming live shows and hit the remind button so that you know what's happening next. You can follow us everywhere on social media except for X. We're everywhere else. Fantasy Now Plus. You get all of our content, fantasynowplus.com, where you will see literally everything. And if you're in Super League and you're in the top 100 and you made the playoffs, drop what place you are in the chat. Would love to see all of you guys drop what ranking you are and what you plan on doing this week, because the playoffs are here. But guys, until next week, whatever
If you do have
Charlene
pressing
just said.
questions, if you do have pressing questions, come chat with us on Discord. We will answer all of your questions there.
I heard that. Join Discord because we answer all of your questions on Discord. I did hear that one, but good Lord, this is a mess, guys. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm going to end the show because at this rate, this is bad. Until next week, guys, join the Discord, follow us on social media, subscribe to everything. Peace out. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.